Howdy, folks. Everett Johnson here, welcoming you to the July issue of the July 2023 issue of Texas Saltwater Fishing Magazine. I think we got a great one for you and lots of good reading in there, lots of good info, hints, and tips. Before we get started into that, though, I want to say happy birthday, America. Yay! Independence Day, right around the corner. Going to be a great time for celebrations with family, friends. Remember to enjoy the holiday safely. I wish you all the best out on the water. It's going to be crowded, so everybody needs to be on their best behavior and get out there and enjoy it and get back safely. So, a couple things I want to mention just briefly. The Texas House and Senate, the Texas legislature, just wrapped up their most recent session, and they prepared Senate Bill 1032, and I'm going to read so I get it right here. It was signed by Governor Abbott on May 27. Senate Bill 1032 will go into effect on September 1, 2023, providing Texas Parks and Wildlife Department and stakeholders, key point, with the opportunity to develop a newish, rather new program, and that being the expansion and creation of on-bottom oyster leases. Now, you probably heard oyster aquaculture, mariculture is coming. This is altogether different. This is on bottom, meaning existing hard substrate, existing reefs, and to some degree even the creation of new reefs. Why is this important? Well, for quite a few years now we've had what we call a derby fishery, like the Kentucky Derby, okay? It's a race, it's a contest. That's what derby means. So in a derby fishery, you've got competing interests getting out there as early and as quickly as they can and making as great a harvest of whatever resource they're chasing. So, derby fishery in the Texas oyster industry has proved over the last 4 or 5 years especially to be quite ridiculous. It has caused huge overfishing in many areas to the extent that reefs have been totally wiped out. And so anyway, new chapter. We've had oyster leases in Galveston Bay for quite a number of years, and the industry partners who own those leases take very good care of them. They do not overfish them. They replenish them with oyster shell annually. So, this bill, Senate Bill 1032, it's going to give Texas Parks and Wildlife the ability to expand that on-bottom oyster lease program. It's a good step forward for the industry, okay? And the bill also provides that there is going to be opportunity for conservation organizations to establish conservation reefs. These will never be harvested commercially. They will be placed there for the sole purpose of contributing spawn, helping spread oysters across all the bay systems of Texas. So, in the magazine, you're going to see the article from CCA Texas, goes into much more detail. Check it out, and hope that you can understand what's going on. This is not all anti-oyster industry, okay? A lot of benefits for both sides in this program. So getting on right into the rest of the magazine, what do we got coming? Well, in a word, in the whole time that 22 years, 23 years, I've been doing the job of editor for Texas Saltwater Fishing Magazine. I don't know if I've ever seen such universally favorable reports, fishing reports, from one end of our coast to the other. So from Sabine all the way down to South Padre, things have really turned on here in early summer 2023. So we encourage you to get out there and take advantage and take your family. By all means, always take the family every opportunity. Now, it's going to be a little bit busy out there, 4th of July and all that kind of stuff. Wonderful weather, great fishing. So let's think a little bit about on the water safety, and it begins with you. You're going to have have your head on a swivel. There's going to be a lot of traffic. There's no right and wrong when it comes down to preventing an on-the-water boating accident, okay? And what I'm talking about is when you find busy sections of major channels. Perfect example, Intercoastal Waterway going through Port O'Connor. That is always a busy stretch of that important artery during holiday weekends and basically any summer weekend for that matter. Slow down. All right? There's not going to be any trophies given for the guy that gets to the other end of that channel first. Always yield right away. Even if you are in the right, okay? No biggie. Let the other guy, if he declares by the way he's positioning his boat, if he declares intention to go this way or go that way, it doesn't matter if he's going against the grain, going against the rules of the road. Slow down, let him pass. It's better to watch him go by than to end up in a collision. Above all, the life preservers, the PFDs, personal flotation device. You know, I saw something the other day that made a lot of sense. We were out fishing for bull red on the Matagorda Ship Channel jetty, and I saw the man driving the boat and every occupant on the boat wearing an inflatable type PFD. And that made a point in me, and I took notice. And so, you know what? I'm going to end up probably putting 4 or 5 inflatable PFDs on my boat. And when we're fishing in the very deep water and swift currents, I'm going to have everybody put one on. The life you save could be your own, okay? It's like buckling up your seatbelt. It makes too much sense not to do it. Wear the kill switch. Get the family together, get out on the water, enjoy the whole month of July, and I hope it's great fishing for you. Adios. We'll see you next month.